Okay, welcome to lesson 88 in phonics. Today we've got some review sounds. We've got chart 11 and Ild and child, Eind and kind, and then a quick review of some root words with suffixes. Okay, so everybody turn your chairs face forward. Turn your chairs face forward. Everybody's sitting up straight, and here we go. Say the sounds with me.
E, I, A, O, ow, O, ow, A, D, oo, squirrel, oi, wa, e, I, o,
Very good. Chart number 11. I know. Can you believe it? We are moving through those things kind of quickly, aren't we? Okay, I'm going to say the sound, and then you repeat after. Okay? After. The first one is in city, C.
in city, C,
Aw in faucet, A-U.
on in faucet, A-U,
Aw in saw, A-W.
on in saw, A-W,
E in leaf, E-A.
E in leaf, E-A,
F in thread, E-A.
F in thread, E-A,
A in steak, E-A.
A in steak, E-A,
E in brownie, I-E.
E in brownie, I-E,
In phone, P-H.
in phone, P-H,
In chorus, C-H.
in chorus, C-H,
I'm not hearing everybody. Ow. Mm-mm. I'll say it, then you say it. Ought in thought, O-U-G-H-T.
ought in thought, O-U-G-H-T,
Ought in caught, A-U-G-H-T.
ought in caught, A-U-G-H-T,
J in giant, G.
jump in giant, G,
Okay, be careful, it's not jump, it's j. Just give me the J sound, don't put a vowel with it. J in fudge, D-G-E.
jump in fudge, D-G-E,
Okay, you're doing it again, you're giving me j, not j. J. Don't give me that at the end. Everybody say it again. J in fudge, D-G-E. Good. Okay, our special sounds that we're going to take an extra look at today. Ild in child, I-L-D. Let's say it together. Ild in child, I-L-D. We have words that have the ild in that, and they are, sound them out with me. Wild, milder, mild, childhood. Childhood.
What's a child?
Your childhood is what you're in right now. It's you're growing up as a child. It's that time of you growing up into a child. When you get into being a grown-up after age 18, then you're in adulthood. Okay? All right, the next one is the Eind in kind, I-N-D. Let's say that one together.
Eind in kind, I-N-D,
And some words that have Eind, wind, find, grind, mind, blind, blind.
What mine?
Remember that ING said IND, so it's not grind, it's grind because IND is together. Okay? You have a question?
What does grind, and the
Well, you know what your mind is. That's
Yeah.
your brain.
What does
The rind is the outside of the watermelon or the cantaloupe. Okay, that's outside green part.
what grind?
Blind is you can't see. Grind, when we grind something, we
Like a
put
coffee
things, we
grinder?
have like a coffee grinder, or sometimes we grind our pepper.
Oh, I actually know what
Mm-hmm.
I know what grind is.
Okay, so now we've got some words up here for you to come and take care of. And circle the special sounds that are in these. And then today I'm going to ask the person to give me a sentence, and then I'm going to have them pick somebody to give a sentence for the other one. Okay, so if you're at home, would you please write those words down, circle your special sounds and those, and think of a sentence using all those words. All right, we had some great sentences. Let's read these words together out loud.
Wild,
Wild.
mine.
Kiki, tell me 2 words up here that rhyme. Wild and mild. Josiah, tell me 2 words that rhyme. Mind and find. Very good. All right. All right. We have something we've been working on all week, so we're going to go quickly through this because looking at our seat work papers, I think we're doing pretty good on this, so we don't have to stop and keep going over and over because we're doing pretty good, so we're going to do this one rather quickly today. When we have a suffix, when we're going to add a suffix to a word and the vowel is short, what are we going to do to our final consonant, Juliana? When the vowel is short, what do we do with our final consonant?
Make it short.
We fake it too. We're going to double it. What happens when we have a silent E at the end, Maddie?
It gets dropped.
We drop it and add the suffix. We don't double anything. Doubling keeps the vowel short. Okay? So let me have some people come up. If you're at home with us, copy those words down. And, pardon me. Then you may add an ending of ing, ed, en, or er and make us a new word. Whew, we are wore out because we pulled the stick that said go noodle and we had to stop everything and go noodle. So here are our answers. For those of you that are at home, you can check your work with our work. We turned shop into shopping. We doubled the P. We turned ride into riding, where we didn't double the D because that made it ridding. So we came over here and rewrote it. We dropped that silent E to keep our vowel long there because we've got that I in its place. The next word, we turned grip into gripping. And because our vowel is short, we had to double our P. Over on these words, we had to write the root word. The root word of driver is drive. Don't forget putting that silent E back on the end. Taped, tape. And dropper, remember also when we have a short vowel, we double the final consonant. So when we write our root word drop, we're not putting the second P on the end. It stops right here as our root word, D-R-O-P. Okay? Good job. All right, take out your seat work folder and you'll find your seat work papers and we'll go over all the instructions for those. And number 1 says, underline the root word, circle the suffix. I hope we're paying attention to that direction. Otherwise, we got to repair that paper tomorrow. Make sure you read directions before you do that section. Even though we're going over them right now, you need to read it again before you start. Number 2 says to write a word that is the opposite. And number 3, circle the 2 little words in each compound word. Again, on this one, you need to be very careful that your circles don't go on top of each other, because if they do, and you put the letter in both circles, then that gets marked -2 points, because I don't know which word gets that letter. So you need to make sure. Remember, I showed you the trick that when you do that, and you have a compound word like pancake, we should come into the center, go in where we know the 2 words separate, and put your line, and then go ahead and put your circle, and then put your other circle, so that there's a line between the 2 of them, and you don't get them overlapped when you're going too fast on your work. Okay, switch your papers out. This paper tells us to read the story and answer the questions. Now listen, if you don't read the story, you will not have the right answers. Let's look at the first question. Sam had 5, 4, or 7 friends at his party. Now, we could put any one of those and it would make a great sentence. But you have to have read that story up there to know how many friends to get that answer correct. So you must read the story. And remember, if you're not sure when you go to answer the question, go back and read it again. An A student is going to go back and look for that answer again by rereading their story. They're not going to just take a guess and move on, because they don't want to jeopardize their grade. So be careful. Go back and look at it a second time. The last thing you're going to do is write a sentence using the following phrase. The picture will help. The phrase is what? Feeding the dog. Your sentence somewhere must say something feeding the dog. Look at the picture. Who is feeding the dog?
Sam.
Is it Sam? Could be Sam, you know. Sam is feeding the dog. Could I say the boy is feeding the dog?
Yes.
What if I just decided to write feeding the dog?
No.
No, it doesn't say to write the phrase again. It says to write a sentence using the phrase. What if I wrote, I like cats?
No.
Now, does that say anything about feeding the dog?
No.
No, you have to put in your sentence somewhere feeding the dog. Okay? A sentence begins with what kind of letter?
Capital.
And it's going to end with a
Period.
period. All right, thank you. Those of you at home, have a great day. Hope to see you back tomorrow.